Your brain is under attack. When you're looking at a family photo, what if you couldn't recognize the faces? Or not being able to remember your best friend's name? What if you find yourself struggling to find the right words in a conversation? Simple tasks can feel confusing. This is the daily reality for 55 million people worldwide living with dementia. Groundbreaking research reveals something even more shocking. The foods in your kitchen right now could be accelerating your brain's decline. If you care about your memory, you need to know which foods are silently harming your brain and how to stop it before it's too late. Some of the food you eat daily could destroy your brain without you realizing the damage they're causing. Here are the top 10 foods that neuroscience research shows are damaging your brain. 1. Processed sugar. The average American consumes 152 pounds of sugar annually, triple what we ate in 1960. When you consume excess sugar, it triggers a cascade of destructive events in your brain. Research published in the Journal of Neuroscience reveals that high sugar intake reduces brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a key protein for forming new memories. Brain scans of people with high sugar diets show up to 10% reduced hippocampal volume, the memory center of your brain. Here's what happens at a cellular level. Excess glucose causes glycation, where sugar molecules literally stick to and damage proteins in your brain cells. This creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs, that trigger inflammation and oxidative stress. A groundbreaking 2023 study found that people with consistently high blood sugar had double the rate of brain atrophy compared to those with stable glucose levels. Second, ultra-processed carbohydrates. They can destroy your memory. These aren't just any carbs. We're talking about foods with a glycemic index higher than pure table sugar. White bread, processed cereals, and refined snacks spike your blood glucose faster than eating straight glucose. A landmark study in the Journal of Nutrition involving 3,000 participants showed that those consuming the highest amounts of processed carbs had 58% higher risk of dementia. The mechanism is frightening. Rapid glucose spikes trigger insulin resistance in your brain cells. Scientists now call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes because brain scans show that affected neurons can't uptake glucose properly, literally starving in an environment of plenty. Each glucose spike also generates free radicals that damage mitochondria, your brain cell's power plants, leading to energy crisis and eventual cell death. 3. Artificial sweeteners. We may think we're making a healthier choice with sugar-free options, but that's not true. A groundbreaking study in Nature revealed that artificial sweeteners alter brain chemistry in 3 devastating ways. They disrupt dopamine signaling, leading to increased cravings and addictive eating patterns. They trigger an inflammatory response in the hypothalamus, disrupting appetite control. They alter gut bacteria composition, leading to increased production of inflammatory compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier. MRI studies show that regular consumers of artificial sweeteners have altered neural responses to sweet tastes, with up to 20% reduced activity in brain regions responsible for appetite control. 4th, high mercury fish. This compound is a neural toxin. Large predatory fish accumulate methylmercury, the most toxic form of mercury, at levels up to 1,000,000 times higher than the water they swim in. This neurotoxin has a terrifying mechanism of action. It directly binds to neural tubulin, destroying the structural scaffolding of brain cells. A study of 1,000 adults found that those with the highest mercury levels had a 27% reduction in cognitive function. Mercury doesn't just kill brain cells, it prevents new ones from forming. Research shows it reduces neural stem cell proliferation by 80%. Even more alarming, mercury from contaminated fish can cross the placental barrier, affecting fetal brain development. Instead, choose small, cold water fish rich in omega-3s, which studies show can increase brain volume and improve memory. 5. Pesticide-heavy produce. Modern farming practices have created a toxic burden unprecedented in human history. The Environmental Working Group's research shows that a single conventionally grown apple can contain up to 47 different pesticide residues. These neurotoxins work through multiple mechanisms. They disrupt acetylcholinesterase, a crucial enzyme for neural signaling. They generate oxidative stress that damages neural membranes. They trigger epigenetic changes that alter gene expression in brain cells. oils. A 20-year study of agricultural workers showed those with high pesticide exposure had a 46% higher risk of developing dementia and performed 14% worse on cognitive tests. 6. Industrial seed oils. Modern vegetable oils create a perfect storm of brain inflammation. When heated, they generate compounds called aldehydes that directly damage neural membranes. Research shows these oils create an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of 20:1 when our brains evolved to handle 4:1. This imbalance triggers neuroinflammation through multiple pathways. Increased production of inflammatory prostaglandins, disrupted neural membrane fluidity, reduced brain glucose metabolism, impaired synaptic plasticity. Brain imaging studies show people consuming high levels of industrial seed oils have increased markers of neuroinflammation and reduced gray matter volume. 7th, alcohol. This absolutely demolishes our brain. While moderate consumption might have benefits, excess alcohol wreaks havoc on your brain. Neuroimaging studies show that heavy drinkers have up to 11% less white matter, the brain's communication highways. The mechanism has multiple aspects. Alcohol has direct neurotoxic effects that trigger cell death, potential thiamine deficiency leading to Wernicke's encephalopathy, a life-threatening neurological condition, disrupting your neurotransmitter systems, allowing harmful substances to penetrate the blood-brain barrier into your brain. Even moderate drinking, 2 to 3 drinks daily, can reduce brain volume by up to 4% over 30 years. A 2022 study found that just 1 drink daily ages your brain an extra 2 years. 8. Gluten-heavy foods. Modern wheat contains gluten proteins that trigger neuroinflammation through multiple pathways. Release of zonulin, increasing blood-brain barrier permeability. Activation of inflammatory cytokines, production of gluteomorphins that alter neural signaling. Autoimmune responses affecting neural tissue. Research shows that even in non-celiac individuals, gluten consumption can increase markers of brain inflammation by up to 30%. A study of 8,000 individuals found that those with the highest gluten consumption had a 13% higher risk of cognitive decline. 9. Excessive caffeine. While coffee has benefits, overconsumption disrupts sleep architecture critical for brain health. During deep sleep, your brain activates the glymphatic system, its waste clearance mechanism. Missing quality sleep leads to toxic protein buildup. Beta amyloid plaques increase by 40% after 1 sleepless night, a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Abnormal clumping of tau protein, another hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Neuroplasticity decreases by up to 20%. This affects your ability to learn and recover. Studies show people consistently getting less than 6 hours of sleep have 30% higher risk of developing dementia and perform 12% worse on memory tests. 10. Chemical additives. Food preservatives, artificial colors, and flavor enhancers don't just make food last longer, they accelerate brain aging. The FDA has approved over 10,000 food additives, but neuroscience research shows substances in food additive can penetrate your blood-brain barrier, can trigger oxidative stress in brain tissue, and form compounds that damage your neural DNA. A 15-year study found people consuming the highest levels of food additives had a 37% higher risk of cognitive decline. How can you protect your brain? Every bite you take either protects or damages this incredible network. Here's your action plan. Choose whole, unprocessed foods rich in antioxidants. Focus on organic produce to minimize pesticide exposure. Include omega-3 rich foods daily. Maintain stable blood sugar through low glycemic foods. Stay hydrated with filtered water. Aim for 8 to 10 glasses daily. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep to activate glymphatic clearance. Don't wait until you start noticing memory problems. The time to protect your brain is now. Share this video with someone you love. It might just save their memories.